Today with Pastor Jay, and I have LaToya Tate, and I just found out she had another name. Did not know that. Let me help you with your Wi-Fi. Don't ask me what it is because I have no idea. What's that password?
Beach 927 FM.
With capital B?
All lowercase.
All okay. Beach. Okay. Oh, she didn't even know. She almost lost her brownies. Oh, that was on her desk. I saw them. I was eyeing them. I'm hungry today. Okay, maybe every day, but I'm hungry today. It's Women's History Month, and we're going to be talking about natural black hair. It's an interesting conversation. Oopsie daisy. Okay, we got her in there. Oops, don't want to do that. Last time I did that, this thing fell. You find it?
Yeah. Let me share.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Hopefully, I won't touch the computer. Do 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 do. I had a press release. I just realized I need to find it. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure my phone is off, because it will ring.
I'm just trying to share it.
Okay. Well, while she's sharing, how do you pronounce your last name? Headspeth.
Headspeth. Yep.
Headspeth.
Headspeth.
Headspeth. Is it going to be good? Gotta find my own thing wherever it is. That's not it. All right. All right, you ready?
I am ready.
She's ready.
Okay.
We're ready.
You are now tuned in to Today with Pastor Jay on WNZF News Radio, where we discuss inspiring and informative news. And now here's your host, Pastor Jerlyn Denny.
Good morning, good morning. Wake up, good morning. Beautiful, wonderful, great day to be alive. The weather's turning just the way I want it to turn. It's spring break. We've got spring breakers. This is the best time of year. I lose track of time this time. I do. I know the clock's sprung forward, but I've been losing track of time. I'm thinking it's one day when it's another day and time's just moving all around. It's always great when the weather is nice and warm and hot outside. But then for me, I just lose track of everything. But I did not lose track of my guest today, the phenomenal LaToya Taite-Headspeth. I just realized you had a hyphenated last name. Just found this out just a few minutes ago.
You learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day. I'm so excited to have you here, especially as we're celebrating Women's History Month, right? To remind everyone of the wonderful and fantastic achievements of women in history.
Yes.
We've had some great achievements overall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, it should be her story.
Uh-oh, her story. Not history, her story.
Right. Our story.
Our story.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and I love your shirt. It says, I love being a Black woman.
Yes, ma'am.
So Black History Month was last month.
Yep.
You know,
every month. Mhm.
Every month. Every month. Here she go. Well, you know, my listeners are going to go, there she go. Because, you know, I was extra Black during Black History Month.
Okay, yep.
So am I supposed to be every woman or extra woman during this month?
Yeah,
Do we know?
absolutely. Yep. Own it, claim it. That's who you
the
are.
men are saying what? They just
They are backing us and they are supporting us and
That's
they're
what they're saying?
go girl, go. Mhm.
I love that. I love that. That sounds like something my husband would do because he's absolutely a supporter of mine. I'm so glad to have you here. We're going to be
Glad to be
talking
here.
about
Thank you.
a topic that Black women just don't talk about, and that's hair, natural hair. So before we start talking about natural hair, let's talk about creamy crack.
Okay.
You know what creamy crack is? Gotta go. Pastor J, creamy crack. The creamy crack is also known as hair relaxers and processing in the Black community. What is it about Black hair overall where I know some women feel like they need to straighten their hair, dye their hair, cut their hair, press their hair, do all kinds of crazy stuff to their hair for generations. This isn't just a new thing.
It's not new.
To fit in.
Yep, because that's how we've been conditioned. Like that's what we've been taught and told is that it has to be this type of way to be acceptable or to be beautiful. And so that's why it was even created, to tame our hair. Like, why does my hair need to be tamed? It doesn't. It's hair.
You got me wanting to be free.
It's hair
over.
that God gave us that grows from my head.
Makes sense.
So the way that it grows from my head is the way that it grows from my head. Now, if I choose to alter it or do something different, okay, great. But let me make sure that I know who she is that's growing from my head and that I love her. So if I want to adjust and make changes, that's fine. But just make sure that I love her because she is me.
I like that. There was a movie that came out with some well-known actresses, and I never saw the movie, but I remember seeing an episode where the lady cut off all her hair. What, you know what movie that one was?
It was Sanaa Lathan, I think.
Yeah.
It was.
She cut off her hair.
Yeah.
And she had a whole transformation process of not having hair. She actually cut it off for the movie.
Okay.
Because the whole movie was about her hair, how her mom pressed her hair and had to
How
be
she
long
had to
and
be
silky,
straight.
had to be straight, and all the things she went through as a child and then growing up doing that and believing that. And somehow, I can't remember why, I didn't watch the movie, but somehow she cut her hair off.
Right. She was just like, let me just be free. Let me start over. Let me start from scratch.
So I saw an interview, and I still don't even recall who the woman is. I'll have to do it at a break, try to find it, that it really affected her in her own private life, not having that crown, right? Because that's what women think of their hair. It's like it's their crown of glory. It's some kind of crown. It identifies them, shows them who they are. And that if there's something wrong, even regardless of the color of your skin or pigmentation, when you think about your hair, it does reflect who you are. Oftentimes reflect who you are on the inside. You know, we've got bad hair days, crazy hair days, Monday hair, you know.
All the things.
You know, bed hair, sleeping hair, whatever hair. Hair is just a huge deal.
So it's kind of twofold because in one respect, it's just like, okay, it does not define me.
Right.
It's just my hair.
Right.
But on the other hand, like it's my hair. Like it's what, again, it grows from our scalp. So how much more me could it be if it's a part of me? So it's kind of like just owning who you are, knowing who you are, but not letting it define who you are.
Or control you. Or even how you think about yourself.
Right.
When I'm around other cultures and other ethnicities and things like that, I've heard them say things like, oh, and I've heard, you know, they want to touch Black people hair to see if it's like cotton or to see if it's like wool. Have you had people I want to touch your hair?
Yeah.
I mean, but have you ever had anyone? What's that about? Help me out. Help a sister out today.
I can't.
You
I
can't help me
you.
out?
Like because I'm not a novelty. I'm not a
Ooh.
thing where you can just, you know what I mean? So it's just like, where are you coming from? Like, do you go up to other people because you like their hairstyle? Do you want to touch their hair? No. It's just no. No. And I remember.
Tell me a story, girl.
I remember.
Tell me a story.
Because I have two daughters.
Okay.
I have two daughters, and when she's now 13, she was younger, and I don't even remember how old she was. So maybe 6 or 7. Like she was young. We were at a restaurant. Went to the restroom. Lady comes out, and she's like, "Oh, I love your hair." And she went to reach for my daughter's
No,
hand.
she didn't.
No, ma'am. No, and I polite. I'm not gonna cuss you out, fuss you out, but you will not. So my daughter, my child, she's like, "Mommy, she wanted to touch me with her pee-pee hands because she hadn't even washed her hands yet."
Not the pee-pee hands.
That's what my baby said. My baby was like, "Mommy, she
Out of
wanted
the mouth
to
of
touch me with
babes.
her pee-pee hands."
She tried to touch her hair with her pee-pee hands.
With her pee-pee hands. Like, no. No and no. Like, no.
I wonder what the fascination is with
'Cause we're
natural.
fascinating.
We're fascinating.
Yeah.
Black women are fascinating.
Absolutely.
Women.
We are phenomenal.
Phenomenal
In original art form.
So how long have you had natural hair?
So,
So for those who don't know, that's listening, going, all hair is natural. We're talking about hair that's not processed using chemicals or straighteners. And I mean, we have people of other ethnicities. They go and get perms and stuff. So their
which
hair
is the
processed
reverse
too. It's
so
just a reverse.
It's a curly versus a straight. So my So
I should say, what's your
right, my journey.
journey
So
to natural hair?
I did not even get a relaxer until I was maybe in high school. So
Oh,
all
wow.
throughout, I never had, and it was actually my dad that took me to the salon and got it done.
Okay.
um, and so I then only had it for maybe like 3 or 4 years
Okay.
or 5 years, something like that. And I use reference. My son he'll be 26 in June, and so when he was little, when he was baby, I stopped getting a
Mm-hmm.
relaxer, and so I haven't had one since.
So you
So
off
we're
the creamy crack?
talking,
I've had people
it's been
call
20
me,
some years.
Pastor Jay, I need deliverance from creamy crack. I'm not joking.
It's a
Seriously.
it's a thing, but when you start to like think about it, like why am I putting something on my scalp that burns? Like
Mm.
that's not natural. Like that's not okay. But we would, and the more it burn, the straighter it's gonna be. So let me sit there and let my scalp burn for straight hair. Like
Foreheads, ears,
burns,
naps
all
and
of that.
neck,
Like,
all of that.
but we're not thinking about that.
Mm.
We're just thinking about, okay, it's going to be straight. It's going to be manageable. It's going to
That's
be
the whole manageable
acceptable.
part, the acceptable part. I've seen people lose jobs or couldn't get jobs because they had hair, they had dreads or
That's crazy.
afros or things like that.
That's craziness. If I am like, your hair can't be unprofessional. Yes, it can be unkempt. Yes, absolutely. But to say that if I rock my hair in an afro, that's not professional. What does that mean? How can your hair, I don't
Have
think
you
my
had
hair is on my
pushback as
resume.
you're educating the community about natural hair? Have you had pushback even from your own people going, I don't know, this is me?
So some people will say this isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't do that. That's not me. And so again, it's your mentality, it's your mindset. Because again, you can
I
rock.
want to be
You
very clear. It isn't me. Let me tell you why it's not me. I raised 5 daughters. I'm tired of touching and doing hair.
and that's fine.
Look, I'll put my hair in a ponytail and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
That's
So
because I don't have the time.
the time that's fine.
The
But here's the thing.
What's the thing? Tell me the
You
thing.
you can rock your hair any way you want to. You can
Right.
style it however you want to.
I don't want to style it. I don't want to
But
touch
I'm just
it.
saying, even your
I'm
ponytail, whatever
letting
it
you
is,
know.
as long as you love who you are naturally.
I love
That's
that.
the only thing I'm saying.
I
You
love
can
that.
you can dye it, fry it, do whatever you want to
Listen,
do as
don't
long as
fry
you
it.
love. Yeah, don't
fry
fry.
it.
But if you choose, if that's what you want to do,
Mm,
then do that. But make sure that you love who she is
on the
underneath,
inside.
because the issue is people don't love who she is underneath, and they are covering.
We're going to talk about that when we get back.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't touch that dial. You are listening to Today with Pastor Jay. Mark, you know I'm looking for something. Let me see. Uh,
There were laws
uh-huh.
back in the day, like actual laws. Look up Louisiana. I don't remember what it was called,
Uh-huh.
but it was a law that we had to cover our hair
Ooh.
because we were told whatever lies we were told, that there had to be a law to say
Uh-huh.
cover it up.
That's just crazy. That is
But
just
that's the type of
absolutely
stuff that
crazy.
we had to deal with.
Okay. All right. Let me look up law. Well, you said
It was in Louisiana.
law in
Hair,
cover
black women.
black women hair. Women hair. Ooh. Forced black women to wear a tignon. Is that what it's called?
The Tignon law.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. I'm ready. Ready? Go back. Welcome back. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay, and we're talking about hair, not just, hair, but how we feel about our hair and how it makes us feel and all the different things that I have in the studio. LaToya Taite-Headspeth. I just learned she had her last name again. And during the break, she was telling me about there was a law in Louisiana. I guess it was called the Tignon law or the Chignon law, whatever, that forced black women to wear a headscarf. I had a headscarf on earlier today. I rock a headscarf in a minute.
I'll rock a
I'm going to tell you that
headscarf
right now.
too.
But there was a law just telling black women they need to cover their hair. Laws passed in the 18th century forced black women to cover their hair in public. When free black women in the South started wearing their hair in beautiful, elaborate styles that attracted a lot of attention, many saw it as a threat to the status quo. It was a threat. Dun, dun, dun. Because, black women are just,
Fabulous, phenomenal.
all women are. But, isn't that something? A threat to the status quo. So they had a law to signify that they were members of the slave class, even if they were free. The They followed the law, but rebelled by wearing beautiful, colorful fabrics adorned with jewels, turning the head wraps into glamorous, empowering fashion statements. And that's some of the fashion statements that I see today. I've seen you rock some
I love a head wrap.
Man, they're beautiful.
Because some days I don't want to do nothing.
Sometimes
with
you
her.
don't want to do, you don't do anything with her?
I don't do. I'd wrap her up.
Wrap her up and keep it moving. I wear a headscarf sometimes because I don't want, especially if I'm going through the airport and everything. I just like whatever. But I love them, and I have them to match my purses
Absolutely.
and all
Yep.
kinds of stuff. I
You
go
made it
way
your
out.
own and have a little fashion.
Yeah,
statement
you got
going
me
on.
wanting to put one on. I had one on earlier today, for real. Got me wanting to put another one on. I'm gonna have to get some from you. This sounds like good. I can move into that. I just don't like touching my hair. My daughters have hair all down their back, and I remember combing and braiding. Even now, my grand diva, my oldest grand diva, I should say, because I have 3 grand divas. My oldest grand diva in the 3rd grade. That's a whole Saturday afternoon for my daughter to do her hair.
But it's also how we talk to ourselves about it, about the process. And because it's important for our girls to know it's not a problem. Our hair is not a problem. It's not a problem, and it's not the problem.
I like
So
that.
if
Not
we-
a problem or not the problem. It's just the problem for Pastor Jay. Just look, I'm having like PTSD moments because you can imagine doing all that hair for those 5 girls.
I get it. I have
every
2 of
day
them.
and braiding them and
It's a
putting them in.
process.
It's a process. But it was
But it's
also
also
a time.
bonding
I
time.
was getting ready
Yeah.
to say it was a good time where I bonded with my girls and we would just talk and chat, watch a movie, talk about their day. It was just part of life. It
Yeah.
really and truly was. And I still have the PTSD moment.
Right, that's fine,
My
that's
daughter calls
fine.
me every now and then, Mommy, you want to do? No, I ain't doing
Sure
nobody hair.
don't.
So
I'm
let's
done.
talk about your nonprofit called
Yeah.
NOPC, Naturals of Palm Coast Inc. It's a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
You are a movement that celebrates natural beauty, entrepreneurship, and community empowerment. Your mission is to empower and uplift Black women by fostering self-love through the embrace of their natural hair without reservation.
Yes.
Listen, this is like a coaching team. You can do it.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yep.
Again, it's not for Pastor Jay. Look, it's a lot of work.
It is, but what's not? Like, it's
Good
okay.
point. It's okay. But maybe I'm just conditioned.
It is.
That's it. Is that what it is?
It is a mindset. Because what you could do is go and let somebody else wash your hair and just twist it up and then don't touch it. You know what I mean?
You got any recommendations? Listen, I'm gonna pass my notepad over to her after the show. She can just write down some recommendations because I definitely don't want to touch it. So if you
But
got
that's-
some,
but
I used to have before I moved here to Florida. I had someone that did my hair every week. I ain't gonna tell no stories. Twice a week if I felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have to take on the chore of, but you're still nurturing her, you're still caring for her, and she's still getting love.
What's with the her? Because we do
she
hair,
is-
we
she
call
is me.
she. I mean,
She
I
is
see
me.
even women that wear wigs, they
I call my jewelry.
you call you name your jewelry, we would name our wigs. Is that like a Black culture thing?
I don't know. Other women may, but but
I haven't
just-
heard. I
Well,
got
then
to call
maybe-
some of my white friends up and ask them, do you name your jewelry?
They
and
might name their hair. They,
name
you
their
know,
hair?
They might.
Because I know Black women do.
Yeah.
They call them all kinds of names. She,
Because sometimes,
isn't she beautiful?
Because sometimes with different styles, you got some different personalities to come out.
That is true. That is very, very, very true. So you create a safe place where Black women can be celebrated and supported by your events, your workshop, and your resources.
Yes.
So what's the Color Collective?
The Color Collective is a melanin curated marketplace for women of color by women of color.
Oh, I like that.
Of course, everyone is welcome, but this is who we are celebrating, spotlighting, and shining the light on is women of color in business. their products, their services. Come and have some fun with us. So
Ooh, you're gonna
everybody
have a
is
live
welcome.
DJ. This is on March the 30th
Yep.
from 12 to
12 to
5
5 at the African American Cultural Center, right there on US
Uh-huh.
1 in Whiteview, where that pyramid is right there out
That's
front.
right, where the pyramid is.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can come and just learn.
Absolutely.
Learn
And
about
they're sharing
hair.
products and services. So come and get some products and services by some women of color in
I hope they
business.
got some services where I'm going to get my hair done. I mean, that's what I want to do. I want those kind of services where I don't have to touch it.
Yep, there you go.
I have the, you know, I think I'm starting to realize there's something about me. I'm going to have to talk to my husband. I may have to go home and repent a little bit to the Lord and then just talk. I think I might be a little bit extra.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine. Be extra. Be all.
Because my
of you.
nails, I've got to go see my nail tech, and I go to one that's fast so I can get in and out. I think I've got too much to do. Help me, sweet Jesus.
There you go.
That's okay.
That's
but it's
fine.
okay to
It
be
is.
okay.
It
It's
is.
okay.
Who said? Like who
told me?
the little minimum standard where if I do a little bit, it's extra? Okay.
Oh, I'm loving her. She's speaking into me today. This whole show's about Pastor J today. It's not about anything but Pastor J. Because it's true. Who sets these crazy standards?
Right. I don't know.
Be you.
Be you.
Be empowered.
Unapologetically.
Unapologetically you. And be
Yes.
free.
And guess what? If you're too much for someone, then guess what? I'm not for you. You're not my people.
That's
like
right.
everybody is not for everyone.
That's the truth.
And
That
everyone
very
is
true.
not our assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Love you anyway.
So what are you going to be offering during this collective?
I'm gonna be buzzing around.
You're gonna be buzzing around.
but
So what do you do? I
but
know you have some stuff. What you got?
I do the sweatshirts.
You do
I
the
love,
sweatshirts?
being a black woman sweatshirt, and
I
I
love
do
that.
T-shirts that say "I am a black woman that loves to celebrate other black women." So that's what the T-shirts.
Oh, you make
Say.
these yourself?
I do.
Oh, good. I
do.
got an assignment when we get off the air. I need you to do.
Okay, and I also do jewelry. Oh,
Yeah,
sell jewelry.
You sell jewelry?
$5 jewelry.
$5
Yeah,
jewelry.
everything toy boutique.
I
Yeah.
like $5.
$5 is in that budget. Like
That's in that budget.
is
So the
a
event
good-
is
a good price.
$5. It's on March the 30th from 12 to 5 p.m. at the
Yep.
African American Culture Society, the AACS. And just because it has AACS on it, everyone is invited.
Absolutely.
All colors,
And
cultures,
people,
men, women.
People utilize the facility, like
Yeah, that's true.
for
For
bridge,
everything.
for everything. So yeah, come through.
You're going to
It's
have a
building.
live DJ giveaways, live hair demos,
Yep, come on.
product swap, and more. You can go to info@naturalsofpalmcoast.org to get information. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't touch that dial. You are listening to Today with Pastor J. Okay, hold on just one moment. Call Stephanie. See if I can hear something. See if she's going to answer. Boom. I have it in my scent bottle. Nope, it's not in here. Shucks. I was looking for something for She Leads. Who is this? Oh, yeah, that's that person. Okay, all right. Let me see if I can remember. Let me go on my website and figure out what we're doing. Okay, you ready? We'll give a thank you and a shout out to Steve Verrier. Thank you so much for sponsoring Today with Pastor J, the FloridaMortgageCenter.com, and for Church on the Rock. Also, just want to remind everyone, speaking of women, we are celebrating and honoring women all throughout the state of Florida. She Leads Florida. She Leads, Leads, Florida. You can go to SheLeadsFlorida.com, get information. That event is on March the 23rd. We're going to have 50 women throughout the state of Florida coming to Halifax Plantation to be celebrated and to be honored for their faith. We have some greats all throughout the state, accomplished women, young, old, black, white, purple, green. It's just all about Jesus, and looking forward to it. And we're honoring, one of the women that are being honored is Mayor Catherine Robinson, the mayor of Bunnell.
Okay.
I'm so excited about that. And then we have Orjanette Bryant. So we just have a few local people as well in faith that just they just work in other areas, and the Holy Spirit is just upon them, and you can see it, and they just Jesus loving people. So that's what we're doing. Excited about that. So
Amen.
make sure you go to sheleadsflorida.org or .com. I guess I need to forward my .org now because I mentioned it. Sheleadsflorida.com or go to She Leads America, where women are being honored for their faith. So Representative Kion Michael is coming to give the certificates to the women in the state of Florida. And on a national level, we have a congressional sponsor, and your name is written in the National Archives for life.
Awesome.
That's cool. So anyway, celebrating women again.
OJ is my girl.
RJ's your girl. So I'm excited you are doing this, and you're so free about your hair. I might go wild. Listen, if I went wild with my hair, here's the thing. Talk about how people expect certain things about you. If people saw that my nails didn't have polish on them today, they would go, Pastor J, you feeling all right? What's wrong, sugar? Seriously, if I wear jeans and a t-shirt, oh, you hardly ever see me. What's wrong, baby?
You okay?
You okay?
all right?
You depressed? Seriously,
If I don't have earrings, they're like,
what is that about? What's going on? We have to break that.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know if it's
Being a woman it's challenging.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Now, my husband, I got to give kudos to my husband, Mr. St. Clair Denny, because he's all that, a bag of chips, a knee-high soda, and a chocolate chip cookie. A grape knee-high at that. That man is so, I was having a hot flash the other day, and he told me he loved me through my hot flash. He said he was having a hot flash, too.
Oh, he was having a sympathy hot flash.
He was having a sympathy hot flash. We're going to have to talk about that, because no one invited
Right.
menopause in. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole.
That's a whole-
But men have them too.
Men have them too.
Have
That's
hot
we
flashes.
need to have these conversations, and that's what this show is about, is to talk about all the good things and the positivity, and you're doing it right here in Palm Coast by
Yes,
encouraging,
here in
especially
Palm
how
Coast.
has this impacted the young people? I've noticed a lot of young people are starting to,
So, along with Naturals of Palm Coast, I say it's for the women.
right.
So I also have YLOC, which is Young Ladies of Color, for my 5th through 8th graders over at Imagine.
Really?
So just starting young, like just and that's not specifically natural hair with them, but it's just about building that self-confidence and being
you are.
unapologetically, authentically yourself. And even if it's different from the person next to you, that is okay.
And
It's not about not liking or not, accepting them. No, it's
About
about
liking
self-love. It's about
liking
knowing,
yourself and loving yourself.
liking yourself, knowing yourself, accepting yourself. And so anybody else, that's extra. That's bonus. Okay,
Oh, we'll have
great.
to bring you back to talk about that.
Absolutely.
I like when we empower children to be
Absolutely.
themselves. I mean, it's
Yes,
enough
we
peer
have
pressure
to.
and stress and everything going on in the world.
sure.
Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate having you
you
on
for
the show. Don't
having
forget, on March the
me.
30th, from
Yes.
12 to 5 p.m., go to the AACS. And on the week before that, which is the 23rd,
Yes,
it's
is
going to be
She
my
Leads
event.
Florida.
She Leads
Yes. So
Florida.
we're just gonna book up your weekend.
She Leads Florida at noon, Halifax Plantation. Make sure you reach out to me. Go to sheleadsflorida.com or email me direct at sheleadsflorida. You got to come. You definitely got to be there. All right, guys, you know what I say? Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not promised. What are you going to do today? Today, you are going to go to sheleadsflorida.com, and you're also going to go to naturalsofpalmcoast.org. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Celebrate the differences in all of us.
Yes.